Hello BookTube, Sarah here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with a book review. This is something I don't generally do very often, but since starting the book club, I decided that I would do a book review, like a full one video review, for the book that we had for book club for that month. So for the month of July, we read Nothing But Blue Skies by Christy Ridgway. This book was originally published back in 2000. So it is an older book. It is a contemporary romance about a woman who lives on a very small island off the coast of Southern California, and about a man who formerly worked for NASA, but was in an accident and has now kind of come to the island to rest and recoup. And it's their story. And when I heard that premise, I thought it sounds like so much fun. Like a small town girl and an astronaut. I loved it. Unfortunately, I didn't love the book so much, and I only gave it 2 stars. I really kind of debated on even doing this review because I don't like being negative. I'm not a negative person by nature. But I realized that I kind of wanted to because I noticed looking at other reviews on Goodreads that a lot of people really liked this book. And I apologize. If you liked it, I do apologize. But please don't take what I'm saying as being, the end-all be-all, obviously. But these are just my personal thoughts. And I love contemporary romance. It is my #1 go-to read, but this book irked me in so many ways. And I think what was kind of interesting about it, I thought about it after I finished reading the book, is that maybe because I was reading it with other people in a way, like for the book club, that I was being a bit more critical than I normally would when I would typically read contemporary romance. Maybe things I noticed a bit more than I would have noticed if I was just reading it for myself. Does that make any kind of sense? So I didn't completely 100% hate the book. So I want to kind of go through the things that I didn't like, and then I'll get on to the things that I did like, so this can at least end on a slightly better note. So, what didn't I like? The characters. The main characters of Zoe and Jaeger, was that the astronaut's name? I think he was named after another astronaut, like got his last name or something, like his last name as this guy's first name. Both of them just drove me crazy. She was so naive and, clueless, I hate to say it, and he was very domineering. He was very cocky. Without giving too many spoilers away, in this accident that he was in, he actually temporarily lost his eyesight, and he couldn't see. And he also lost his, mojo, if you will, for lack of a better term, for those, adult times, wink wink. He was more concerned about getting his libido back than getting his eyesight back. Very much that alpha male, and this is the kind of romance, this is how I felt reading this, that this was the kind of romance that people read and go, oh yeah, I don't like contemporary romance. I'm not, and I know a lot of people love the alpha male. I am not one of them. I think that's why I like more new contemporary romance, because you don't get that as often. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, he was very domineering. The fact that was his biggest concern really, really bothered me. Sex seemed to be the only thing on his mind, and other than, flying again for NASA. There were a couple moments where they could have been really good, but the sex thing came back up, and it just really irked me. Now, Zoe has a sister who went through leukemia, which again, could have been a really great, interesting storyline, but she came off as a little nympho. She's going after Jaeger's friend Deke, and pretty much just trying to get him into bed. She sees him and decides that this is it for her, that this is the man that she's going to marry, and she doesn't give 2 craps what he says. And that really, really turned me off. I'm sorry. I did not find that part of the storyline attractive at all. Again, I was really disappointed in this, and I really wanted to like it because the premise sounded so, so good. But to end on the few things that I did like, I do have to admit the writing was really good. Outside of the characters and some of the plot lines, the writing itself, I enjoyed. I also actually really enjoyed, considering how much talk about sex there was. None of that actually happened until, after at least the halfway point of the book. So they held off, for a while. It wasn't just a, hey, we're meeting, let's get into bed together. So I have to appreciate that too. The other thing is that this island that the author created sounded magical. You got introduced to all these other characters who lived in town, and all I kept thinking while reading it was, this would be a great setting for a series, for like a series by Susan Mallory or Susan Wiggs, you know, something like Fool's Gold or Chesapeake Shores or Chesapeake, the Lakeshore Chronicles, you know, it would have been like just fabulous for that. And I almost want to say to them, take that island idea and run with it, because it would have been fabulous. Yeah, that's what I loved. And because I did love the writing, I will try more books by this author. I do not discount an author just because I didn't like one of their books. If I keep reading their books and I just keep consistently getting stories I'm not enjoying, then yes, obviously I'm probably going to shelve the author and not read them anymore. But of course I will give this author another chance. Just this book did not do anything for me. I didn't care for it. But yeah, so anyway guys, that's it for my review. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Did you love this book? If you did, tell me why, because I'd love to know. I would love, for those of you who also have booktube channels who read this, would be interested, do your own review. I'd love to see yours too, and if you do, please link it below so that I can see it and that I can share it with other people too. But yeah, so anyway guys, that is it for this video. Please check the links below if you want to follow me anywhere on social media. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to, please do subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one, guys. Take care and happy reading. Bye.